GCUE.
The podcast you have been waiting for.
6 friends, 6 opinions, infinite laughs.
You're watching history in the making.
You don't have to open up your eyes, you can clearly see.
The number one podcast is GCUE. 20 years of brotherhood. The Q La Familia. Raw, uncut, uncensored, and unfiltered. Bubs opinionated. Why Eddie keep you laughing? Steve will get the tea while Shot tells us all what's happening. Spiritual or natural. I'm here for the thrills. And when it comes to PJ, y'all, please say the real. From quick hits, heavy lifting, the mass to the week. We getting ratings through the roof every time that we speak. PA, GA to the Aspens, turning podcasts into under-table has-been. Sports, entertainment, and current events. Sometimes we get pissed, so the crew got a vent. So when Friday night come, you know just what to do. Sit back, put up your feet, and now rocking with the Q. Dear kings and queens and all others, it's the one and only GQ podcast. We keeping it light tonight. You know we coming at you on a random episode just to say what's good. And as usual, I'm with the usual suspects. Now I want to be clear. This is GCUE, not to be affiliated with the magazine and the company. Now we're going to go around to the fellas just to say hello right quick. Yo, go ahead and set it off, Bob.
Hey, what's up, people? We back. Your favorite crew. For another episode with just our thoughts. So appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you tell a friend to check us out.
Now we're going to go ahead and move on down to Steve. What's really good?
Shit.
There it is. We're going to keep it at the 717. Let's roll over to the Steelers fan and Cube Bowl champ, Eddie.
Yo. What's up? Listen. I'm excited to be back. Can you see my smile? See them pearly whites?
All
now,
right,
tell them the real news, cuz. Hold up. Now we are all officially 40. So there's no more young as hell. No,
yeah, I don't want to hear that 30 crap.
Yeah. It was just my birthday on the 4th. That's what's up, man. Thank you. I'm finally 40.
Yes, sir.
Still look good, though.
Man,
welcome to the club.
Go with the bullshit.
Welcome to the club. We're going to go down to Mr. ATL, Suave Magazine himself. Shad, let's get it popping.
What's going on, people? Some crazy stuff have happened this past week, so let's jump straight into this Chris Rock special. Did y'all watch it? What did y'all think? Was it too much? Was it not enough? Was it abrasive? You got a lot of criticism based off of that thing. So what happened? What y'all think?
So
I'm be real.
I just watched it yesterday. I just watched it yesterday. Sitting with the wife watching it, man. I thought it was funny. I liked it, and I like how he answered to the Will Smith slap, man. Like I like his response to it. I thought it was a nice show.
So to be honest with you, I ain't see it, and I know I was supposed to, but I couldn't. I'm not a fan enough of Chris Rock to sit there and dedicate that amount of time to watching his stand-up just to talk about it. But, you know.
It's like an hour.
I have no opinion on the matter. That is an hour. Man, if you understood how backed up my Netflix and fucking Hulu queues are, Chris Rock didn't move the needle for me.
Hey, that's what happened when you join my field of work. I have to sit back and bench stuff for 3 days.
See, for me, I mean, I think it's kind of too late, but I guess if somebody's going to give you a couple extra M's to tell your story, and you had to wait a year,
right.
Why not do it that way? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you go get slapped in the face, and you can benefit from it, why not? The special itself, I watched it. It was okay. Again, I think it's all right that he got his truth out. I thought there was some things that he went too left with. And I'm not even like, he can talk about the Will thing. I think some of the other stuff was a little sketchy, but the Will thing, like
the kids situation.
Not the kids. It was the
or abortion.
I'm trying to remember. Nah, not the abortion thing, because that's something I can't even speak about. But but as far as like the will, like directly dealing with the will circumstances, I thought he had he could speak his mind because he was silenced the whole time and didn't say anything. It was just some of the other things leading up to it, which was the anticipation, which makes sense. That's why it was at the end, because that's what everybody would go tune out once he got off of that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I mean, it might have been like, I see why people say it's corny. I didn't laugh a whole bunch, but there were things I thought was funny in it. So, I mean, it's his truth. He got paid for it, so who am I to judge? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna watch it again probably. Like,
Word.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I watched it twice. I liked it. I liked the whole special. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the beginning, the middle, and the end. But I especially like the Will part because I think he made some key points that a lot of people have been saying and talking about, especially the aspect of when you sat at the table with your wife after she done had her little entanglements, and you talk about the entanglements, and everybody else then called you out your name, called you a B, called you soft, called you this. You ain't say nothing. But then I make one G.I. Jane joke, and you come up here and smack me in front of all these people. He was like, because he knew he could beat him. And he already said, he fessed up. He said, Will's significantly bigger than me. So, yeah, man, I respect what he came. He called Jada a B. Some people upset about that, but never mind.
I don't care. She deserved it.
Like I said, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and that's my opinion.
I like when he was like, my mom, the reason why I didn't, remember, I don't want to, Steve, you ain't gonna watch it, right? I don't want to.
I ain't about to watch it.
He ain't gonna watch it. Either.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
like,
that part was true. Like, yeah, like, you don't act like that in front of white people.
That's what I was going to say.
That was dope. Like, you know what I mean? And I get it. That's the. But like I said, he got smacked, so he does have the right to say something on that shit.
Yeah.
It was just that it was like, it was okay to me because I actually like I've bugged off of some of his stand up before, and it was like, okay, with the anticipation. I think the anticipation could, like, off the fact that it was live. I think that's one of the things that added to it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because he messed up the joke, you know what I mean? Like the emancipation thing. He, you know, then he
he did.
he redid it, and it was like, it was cool. Like, I've seen him do better, and like I said, I'm not no super fan of his stand up, but I just wanted to hear his version and see how he was going to execute, knowing the anticipation was going to be about this slap and what else he was going to incorporate with it.
And one more
other thing.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Nah, one more thing I wanted to plug. I like the fact he was transparent because I seen a lot of Chris Rock stand up. Near about all. I want to say all. I might have missed one or two, but he was real transparent. Like, especially when he was talking about whenever I'm about to do a show, he said, "It's two things I find out when I first get in the city: where should I not go, and where I can find the coke." He said it most of the time. He said it most of the time.
They're the same place.
Same two places. I was like, yo. He said, then he went as far. He said, a good opiate. He said, I'm for a good opiate every now and then. He said, trust me. He said, no pharmacist has ever paid to get in any of my shows. And I believe it. I said, bro, putting it all out there now. Being real now.
No, I think he definitely he pulled a Chris Rock. I mean, it's going to be abrasive. It's going to make you cringe. Like, it's going to be a lot of truth telling. It's not necessarily going to be like the funniest comedy special you're going to watch, but he's going to address some shit. So he addressed a lot, and I think that the fact they're cherry picking on like 2 or 3 different things without like pulling the whole conversation in, I think that's kind of fucked up. Just from like the conservative media aspect of it. The Meghan Markle shit had me bugging. Like that. And I'm you know what I mean? I'm team Meghan. Like I feel for her because the chick did go through it, but like you said,
you kind of knew
the thing. You gotta know, like, I mean,
he was like, imagine being a white girl mixing with your black in-laws, and he switched it.
That was funny too.
Nah,
he was like, we all asking how dark the baby gonna be. Like that's a legit question.
That was it. Right. When he said the behind the ears thing, like I said, it was clever. Like I said, I've seen better. It wasn't so bad that it was like, but like I said, it was just, there were certain things that it just was like, all right, you got to pull. But I also thought, honestly, that he tried to be like how Chappelle pulled it off, but Chappelle pulls it off much more masterfully. You know what
But
I mean?
yeah,
I think like
Chappelle, you know.
I don't think
Hold
he tried to pull a Dave.
on. But this is the thing. I ain't gonna say he patterned it off. I'm gonna say I agree with what you're saying because I compared the two that night myself by being a Netflix special. But to his defense, it's two different aspects that I come with. Number one, it's like, Dave has a plethora of Netflix special. You see what I'm saying? Right. So he had time to be like, you know what I mean? He got time to be like, oh, I did this last time. I'm going to do this time. I'm going to do that. And number two, let's give this man credit because he's the first one to ever have a live aired special on Netflix in the history of Netflix. And he was live. So, he had to flow fluently thinking, if I mess up, this is like millions of people.
But that's their life though. Like even outside of specials, like that's what they do on a daily basis. So I'm not going to give him like slack or give him a pass because it was live. I think him and Dave are very different because Dave is very much more commentary with a punch. Right. And Chris Rock is he's a comedian that pushes the line. So I don't think he tried to go the Dave route. I think that
because everything he touched on everything he touched on outside of his incident was that, and I get it because it's shit he's always said. Like even when he what was that not Bigger and Blacker, what was that shit? I can't think of what it's called. When he was like, he's talking about OJ, he was like, OJ killed his wife. I don't agree, but I get it. Like, I understand why. It's like, he's always been like that person. So like, even the abortion thing, it's like saying, I'm pro-life and I'm pro-choice. It's like you crack your joke, but then you tell your truth. I think that's always been how he is. I think the fact that he's being compared to Dave is because of how big Dave has gotten over the last decade. Yeah, but what I'm saying is this specific special, because like you said, Dave's deal was for 6 or 7 specific Netflix.
He had a plethora of them.
When you watch Bring the Pain, all those different Chris Rock specials, and like I said, I've watched them. Like I said, this one, it just seemed more gusto for it. You know what I mean? And also while he was on tour for this, he was on tour with Dave. And he was doing specials with Dave along with Kevin Hart, so it seemed more geared in that direction. Specifically, like, even when he discussed the God, slipped in my mind. I just had it. God, not just the abortion thing, but he discussed like his kids thing because Dave does that commentary, like you said too. He discusses the LGBTQ. Like even when he's discussed the thing about the white man, that's the same thing that along the lines that Dave discussed. You know what I mean? And like,
but that's always what he's done though.
Yeah,
he's always teetered that line.
Even the way he approached the woke comments, like you know what I mean, it was more in the lines of how Dave approaches something, and it's cool. Like you know what I mean, but it's cool. I don't agree. For me, again, you know what I mean. I can just speak for me, Lawrence Calloway Jr. The boss. You know what I mean? Like it was. He
put the whole government on.
Like you know what I mean. I thought he took a different approach. And he said nigga way more than he ever has on a thing like that. Y'all can't even act like he didn't. Like he doesn't talk like that usually.
I think Chris Rock was like the one that was saying nigga the most on like regular HBO shows. I don't think anybody said nigga more than Chris Rock has.
No. You first of all, you can't say when Eddie Murphy had Raw and Delirious, but what I'm saying is
nigga.
Chappelle, like you know what I mean? Because like and Richard Pryor, like you know what
I'm gonna say Richard Pryor.
The way
nigga a lot.
The way he approached this special, it just seemed more Davish to me, and it was okay. It just didn't hit the way Dave hit to me.
I couldn't agree with both of y'all, but I push more towards James.
Thank you, Edward.
You about to say something? What up,
was anybody checking for a Chris Rock special if it wasn't a reply to him getting smacked?
I personally would have because I
think that was the pressure.
I watched the special before,
See, now here's the thing. If this was a Dave Chappelle situation, Dave would have made the entire special about that situation. It would have been the lead up to it. It would have been the relationship.
But Dave, people were checking for Dave.
That's what I'm saying.
Special, but that's what I'm saying. Like to Steve's point, Chris Rock is only getting checked for because motherfuckers was waiting a year to the day almost to see this nigga say, what he said. This nigga played Ali. I played Pookie. niggas like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was one of the best jokes in the fucking commentary. Like,
that's what I mean. So
nobody
it's
would check for it.
but it's
So you
it's
have to
different
approach
saying
it
like
like that.
checking for. It's different saying like him being checked for than him like making his special or making his comment and his jokes like Dave. Like I think that's where it's different for me. I mean, personally, I think he should have did 30 minutes just on Will Smith.
Well, yeah, but
But
I like the way he did it though. I like the way he did it though.
Dave did a whole special. Dave did a whole special on his shit being taken from Comedy Central. Like his entire special was about that, and it wasn't even like jokes for real. It was, this is how I feel, and this is like what I'm giving you. And it was a rant for 30 minutes, but it was brilliant. So it's like if Chris had like a rant about how this shit happened and then like giving the details, because there's a lot of shit that happened between or after that he didn't speak about. Like the fact that, you know what I mean, Tony Rock was ready to go beat Will's ass. The fact that
was he ready to go beat his ass, or was he ready to fight?
Go beat Will's ass. Like, stop.
Tony Rock, I'm just saying. I mean, but you know,
listen,
anger and defense are two different. I don't think Will can fight for real. That's just my opinion. I
agree with
But
Sean.
you think Tony Rock can?
I think Tony Rock can be a little more street than Will can. Yeah, I think Tony Rock would be like a dirty ass fighter.
It's just can you connect? And I take my chance with Will over Tony Rock any day. You know what I'm saying?
No, but as I'm saying, I would in hindsight, I would say Jay-Z can like get beat up by Solange. But what happens? He beat his ass in the elevator.
But he didn't really fight back.
That's not the point. You not fighting back still doesn't mean you didn't get beat up. It doesn't matter. He smacked other chicks before.
Yo.
Hey, I'm
He
just
wasn't
saying.
gonna smack that one though. You knew he
He wasn't
wasn't
gonna smack his wife's sister.
I'm just saying. Hey,
I ain't gonna smack my wife's sister, cuz.
I'm just saying. I think an angry little brother
Smack his
can
wife's
definitely
sister,
beat up somebody bigger
she's
than him.
cussing him out for cheating. Come on, cuz. Like, that's not even the same.
The whole dynamic was just he was wrong, cuz.
Yo,
He's supposed to take that ass whooping.
If you get caught cheating, you already know as long as she ain't scratching you, you sometimes got to take some of them punches. That's the rule.
Yeah,
So
that is the rule, cuz.
Will might have just took a punch and like, yeah, that was right. You're wrong. I'm wrong.
He wasn't gonna take no punch from no grown man.
From Tony Rock?
I'm just saying. You never know. You never know. I never count out the underdog.
Oh my gosh.
I never do.
Yo, James.
I watched a lot of WWF. You can see Rey Mysterio beat up Big Show. Like shit happens. You gotta accept it when it happens.
Yo,
it might be scripted and choreographed, but it happens. That 619 comes through the ropes. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Again,
yo,
like what you were saying about like Chappelle doing commentary in regard to his show. Also, like the anticipation was because when he quit his show, it was in the hype, and then it was also about the money. So when he gave that explanation, people wanted to actually hear him because he still had a crazy following. I think Chris Rock, and it's crazy because I think like Chris Rock, there's not a lot of people that are in the middle with him. You either people that just are like Steve, because I spoke to like a few folks that was like, yo, I ain't a big Chris Rock fan, or you a fan, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird with him. I think Dave has a wide span of just people that are always curious and just fuck with him heavy. You know what I mean? So I think like Chris Rock, I think that's what you were going to get. You either people that just wanted to see him say something, or you wanted to have people that just tune in so they can be like, oh, he need to get smacked again. Because there's a lot of people that said he need to get smacked again after when he said all that shit.
But it ain't
especially when he went on that rant about keep saying bitch. So,
but
it is what it is.
Yo, here's my thing. Will can't smack Chris Rock again without going to go smack Corey first. If you don't,
or anybody else for that matter.
If you don't go smack Corey first, because Corey disrespected your wife way harder than Chris Rock did. So if you don't smack that man before you smack Chris, I don't want to hear about it.
What do you mean, Corey Holcomb? My guy?
Yeah.
That's my guy, though. Corey
nah,
bro,
exactly.
He went in on
Corey
been going in on. I mean, went in on Jada. They know. He ain't gonna say nothing though. He ain't gonna say nothing.
He called her every female defamatory word.
Selective outrage, cuz. That's what I'm
saying. And he hit that on the head too. Selective outrage.
And then going.
So y'all find it corny though?
Nah, I like
it.
I don't think it's corny.
I
I think Chris Rock gave me what I expect from Chris Rock. Like that's kind of what I expect from him.
He even got his daughter kicked out of school. He all right with me.
Nah, that shit was funny.
I was like, damn.
Kick her black ass out of this school.
They're gonna find out tonight. My wife don't even know. They're gonna find out. Yeah, I like that joke.
Yo, when he said white people was climbing up the walls of the Capitol, like the White Planet of the Apes and shitting on their supposed to be best.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. He was like, when he said that white men are acting like, he said they're taking over. Who? Us? That was funny as fuck. He was like, they're taking the government from us. Who? What?
It's like,
who? Like that was funny as fuck.
They becoming
like the white planet. He's like that was the funniest part.
That shit was funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then when he said, "You think I want to be rich to be talking to whoever," he said, "No, I want to fuck Doja Cat." He said, "I ain't get rich to."
Oh nah, he said, "I ain't looking at Anita Baker."
That's what I'm saying, boy. He had some funny jokes. I think the fact that the anticipation was just on addressing Will, I think that's kind of like what fucked the rest of his joke. Not even fucked him up. Just like had everybody just waiting, like address this shit. Yeah, so like even when he was like, he's talking about Jay-Z and he was talking about Snoop, he was like, I don't need another problem with an angry rapper. And it's like you're waiting for like that.
Yeah, he did.
So you thought that was going to happen then.
That was
like
Jay-Z
back to the
and
jokes.
somebody else too. I forget
Snoop.
the other rapper. Like,
Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop.
It was Snoop first.
He called him the Morgan Freeman of rap.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's
came down. I really saw Snoop selling Skechers, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I thought about that joke.
Skechers slides. That's what I'm saying. He gave you Chris Rock he's a chuckle comedian. You're not gonna like bend over, holding your stomach, laughing with tears out your eyes, but you'll chuckle. And then when you like play him back, it's like
because he rose quick. Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean,
so I get a bullet's
It's
credit.
still worth the price of admission, though. It's still worth the price of admission.
Yeah,
I like it. I would
20
go
mil
to
for
the
an hour.
Yeah, the price of admission, that's an hour of my time. I don't know. I still don't know if it's worth it.
I think you should
like,
watch,
y'all haven't convinced me that
I
should
was
go
about
watch
to
this
say,
game.
I always do that, though. I would say watch the first 10 minutes, and if it don't grab you, just
Nah, this ain't the first 10 minute. This ain't the first 10 minute thing.
Nah, because Steve's gonna find that part about the white men acting like they trying to take the country from other white men or whatever he said. Like,
as soon as he got on there, went right into it, though.
Yo, that part was funny though. He was like, "White men was acting like somebody's taking the country." Like, who's taking the country from us? Us,
we gotta
me,
stop
what?
him.
Us? He was like,
Stop who? Us.
the white man that shit was hilarious. Like, that part was funny. He was like, they was just climbing up, taking shits on desks. That's what he said. Like,
when he squat, like he was taking the shit and then like I picked it up and threw it against the wall.
Yeah, like they was doing the white. Like, see, that's the type of commentary that's funny to me because again, you know, I'm pro Black Bub, so I really found that, you know, because I didn't like that he started off talking about woke. You know what I mean? That was kind of because that's a different.
No, but that's a hot topic right now. So,
but you know what? I'm gonna tell you the most truest thing he said last night, or whenever he aired the special, rather. The truest thing he said was the one thing people really crave right now is attention.
Really crave it,
and that ain't no lie either. Everybody's craving attention.
Nah, absolutely, that was real. And that's what even that didn't even get. It wasn't even like a laughing moment. Like he was being
I'm
dead serious. So,
I'm messing with you, cuz.
What happened?
I said when he said the one thing that everybody crave attention. I said we know. I think I said you looking right at you, something like that.
I know something like
he's craving attention. Yeah.
Nah, I mean I'm chilling, Eddie. I mean it's all good.
We
want a little attention. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I was gonna say that's what the show was about. It was for attention. The irony in that.
Y'all.
Tell my story.
It's just because I don't see my niggas.
Steve said he's trying to waste time for bed.
Okay. Peace. It's closed.
Thank y'all for watching. You loud.
Holla back, cuzzo.
horrible.